Jacob Brower.
I'm Catherine Bryant.
I'm Maria Cortez.
I'm Leila Hazlett.
I'm Sarita Srinivasam.
I'm Connor Sutherland.
And I'm Nathan Tolley.
We're here to bring you TremWear. People suffering from severe hand tremors of 7 hertz and above struggle to eat without spilling their food. As you can see, the effect of hand tremors is very real. While the spillage is visible, the psychological effects can be even worse, as the spilling draws attention to the afflicted, resulting in frustration and embarrassment. My grandfather is one such person who struggles from hand tremors. Specifically, he has what's known as a central tremor, a nerve disorder characterized by uncontrollable shaking in various parts of the body. While his exists in his upper arm, most essential tremors exist in the wrist.
Jacob's grandfather is not the only American suffering from central tremors. Mr. Bird, along with 10 million other Americans, make up 2% of the U.S. population. But these central tremor patients are not alone. 13% of the population has been diagnosed with a disability, such as Parkinson's or Huntington's disease, that causes tremors as a side effect. 6% have an alcohol abuse disorder that causes tremors during withdrawals. An additional 20% are caffeine addicts that experience mild tremors during overdose and withdrawals. 14% of the population is currently on a medication, such as Depakote and Depakine, that lists tremors as a possible side effect. In total, more than 55% of the U.S., which equates to 175 million Americans, will experience some sort of hand tremor, whether it be mild or severe, at some point in their lifetime. When 40-70 central tremor patients of varying severity are asked to rate the seriousness of their problems with essential tremors, we receive the following results. Of those surveyed, 69% rated the seriousness level as a problem or higher. When asked how often their tremor interfered with their ability to eat, 77.3% stated their tremor interfered sometimes, often, or nearly every day.
There are several solutions available to tremor patients on the market right now. Prescribed medications such as beta blockers are addictive and require frequent increases to their doses in order for them to maintain effectiveness. Procedures such as deep brain stimulation are risky and are often considered a last resort. Weighted utensils are able to reduce the tremors by weighing down the hand and are ineffective at reducing severe tremors. And finally, liftwear is currently being sold for $300 and is able to counter the movement of tremors using motors in its handle. However, many complain that it makes it more difficult to eat.
Based on the drawbacks of these solutions, we came up with the following criteria for our design. The solution had to reduce the effects of the user's tremor by at least 76%. It had to fit a wide variety of hand sizes, reflecting the fact that hand tremors can affect nearly anyone. It had to offer the user the independence to eat without any help. And it had to be affordable, costing at most $80 to compete with the existing market.
With these design specifications in mind, we began sketching ideas for potential solutions in the form of utensils and braces. The teaspoon, a lightweight L-shaped utensil, features a lid on the bowl of the spoon and a button on the handle to allow the user a spill-free experience. The coolant glove uses wicking materials and cold fluids to reduce the tremors. And the wrist T brace uses the power of a bladder to compress the muscle and reduce the tremors without impeding on the movement of the user.
By combining these considered designs, we created our candidate idea of TremWear. TremWear is a $20 device that offers the affordability, autonomy, and adjustability that people with severe hand tremors require. Surya is going to use a visual representation to demonstrate how the glove works. Surya will slip on the glove first, and then attach it with the fastening strap, which is located on the wrist. She will then use the ball pump on the top to pump up the bladder to the air resistance that's required to reduce her tremor. After that, she will enjoy a spill-free experience. And when she's done, all she has to do is flip a lever that releases the air. The air pressure is released, she's able to take it off, and she's ready to go for the next time she's required to eat.
Our very first iteration used neoprene rubber on the outside and a resealable plastic bag ironed to the inside for the air bladder. It did not fit on the hand well and did not properly inflate. Our second iteration used a silicone sealant to try and help fill in the air holes better, but was much too thick and large on the hand to be comfortable and was very awkward to use. Our third iteration was much thinner to allow easier fastening around the wrist, and the air bladder was replaced with better bladder so that I was able to work. Our current iteration uses everything we've learned so far to create a more successful wrist brace and bladder combo. The rubber surrounding the upper thumb from previous iterations was removed with a strap for easier fastening. The pattern was also made much simpler for faster reproduction and usage.
Shown is an inventor model detailing what our final design would look like had we the manufacturing capabilities to produce it. Highlighted in red is the air bladder made of heat-sealed neoprene. Note how well on the top it extends to the first knuckle. On the bottom, it's cut short to allow the finger's mobility. Highlighted in blue is the polyester base of the brace, which provides cooling and wicking to the user's hand as they eat.
Highlighted in green and integrated into the wrist of the glove is a ball pump. The ball pump minimizes surface area usage and allows the user to pump up the air bladder for the resistance that they require. Highlighted in yellow is an adjustable fastening strap. This allows the user to resize the glove based on their comfort and convenience. And highlighted in purple along the side of the glove is the air release valve, which was mentioned earlier. The air release valve allows the user to simply flick it open and release the air to give them further control and comfort.
To test the current effectiveness of our prototype, we had volunteers sit down at a table with 2 bowls about a foot apart, one full of 4 ounces of water, and we had them move it with 1 tablespoon and measure the amount that they were able to transfer, with and without the brace. Currently, we are up to a 30% spill reduction rate, and hopefully with future iterations, this number can increase considerably. We also included a spiral tracing test so that we could have a more visual representation of how the brace might affect the tremor. There was a small improvement in the smoothness of the spiral after the brace was put on.
After speaking with our participants, we reviewed their feedback to give further improvements to future iterations. It was recommended that we make the brace more form-fitting, give more wrist support, and make it more discreet while also making it more aesthetically pleasing.
Looking into the future, we plan to create a physical model of our final design that can be used in further testing. This design will have a more streamlined, integrated, and aesthetically pleasing design. We also hope to increase the comfort that users experience while using TremWear.
With big plans for the future, we hope that TremWear will grow exponentially once it has reached the market. With the affordability for all classes, the adjustability for all ages, and the autonomy for all users, TremWear is the solution for mealtime spillage caused by severe hand tremors. We would like to thank the following people for their support, guidance, and input throughout the creation of TremWear. We would especially like to thank our instructor, Mr. Cahoon, and our mentors, Mr. Kaplan and Mr. Oliver. Thank you.